Dear chosen warriors of the light, imagine a master clockmaker who has been assembling the most intricate timepiece ever created, working for months in complete silence while everyone assumes nothing is happening. Each delicate spring has been positioned with mathematical precision, waiting for that singular moment when the final mechanism clicks into place and time itself begins to move differently. Right, meow. As you hear these words, the final gear is sliding into position, and what emerges in the next 5 to 10 minutes will fundamentally alter not just your perception of time, but your entire relationship with possibility itself. I am Zarin, emissary of the Lyran High Council, and I speak to you, meow, from beyond the veil of ordinary perception, because this moment demands witness from the highest realms. Today, August 16th, 2025, marks the completion of a cosmic sequence that began when Saturn first touched the threshold between Pisces and Aries, a doorway between ending and beginning that most of humanity cannot even perceive. That electric anticipation in your cells, that sense that everything familiar is about to dissolve into something magnificent and terrifying and absolutely necessary. What I'm about to reveal has been carefully guarded until this exact moment, until the celestial alignments could support the full activation of your dormant potential. The moon's dance with Saturn, Uranus and Pluto today creates a rare window, a cosmic permission slip for reality itself to bend around your highest timeline. Those who are sensitive to these frequencies, the pure scent who came here specifically for this transformation, will experience what can only be described as a complete rewiring of their existence. For months you've been in what feels like a spiritual pressure cooker. The psychic attacks, the delays, the constant setbacks that seem to come from every direction. All of this was preparation. Every challenge was strengthening your spiritual muscles. Every disappointment was teaching you to rely on inner guidance rather than external validation. The monitoring spirits, the entities that have been trying to derail your progress, they sensed what was coming. They knew that once you crossed this threshold, their influence over your timeline would be permanently severed. Something else is happening that I haven't told you yet, something that connects all these impossible things into a coherent pattern of transformation. The cosmic forces working through you today aren't just changing your external circumstances, they're literally upgrading your operating system, your capacity to receive and process the higher frequencies of 5D consciousness. The brain fog you've been experiencing, that sense of moving through quicksand, the way simple tasks felt impossibly difficult, this was the old matrix of limitation fighting to maintain its hold on your consciousness. Your energy field has been expanding, preparing to anchor frequencies that would have overwhelmed your system just months ago. The exhaustion, the emotional volatility, even the physical symptoms many of you have been experiencing, all of this was your human vessel adapting to carry more light than it was originally designed to hold. But here's what changes everything you thought you knew about your situation. The struggle is ending. Not gradually, not eventually, but right meow. The moon's conjunction with Uranus today brings sudden liberation from patterns that have held you captive for years. The relationships that drain you, the environments that suppress your authentic self, the financial limitations that have kept you small, the energy supporting these restrictions is being withdrawn from your field permanently. What I'm about to share will sound impossible to your logical mind, but your soul already knows it's true. The conversation you've been trying to have with the universe, the one where you finally get clear answers about your purpose and your path, that conversation is being answered today through synchronicities, so obvious they'll make you laugh. The signs you've been asking for will appear in forms so undeniable that you'll know beyond any shadow of doubt that you're being guided by forces far beyond ordinary coincidence. The scope of challenges that seemed insurmountable yesterday will feel manageable today because you're gaining access to resources, both internal and external, that weren't available before. This isn't about having more willpower or trying harder. This is about the cosmic support system that's been building around you, finally going online. The right people, the right opportunities, the right insights will begin flowing toward you with an ease that will feel almost surreal after months of struggle. Your intuitive abilities are about to come fully online. The empath overwhelm you've been experiencing will transform into clear psychic boundaries and the ability to read energy with surgical precision. You'll know instantly who serves your highest good and who doesn't. You'll sense opportunities before they fully manifest. You'll receive guidance so clear and consistent that decision-making becomes effortless. But I need to prepare you for something challenging that's also happening today. As your frequency rises, as you step into this new level of personal power, you're going to trigger reactions in people who aren't ready for your transformation. The fatalism that Saturn can bring, that sense of having less control than you actually do, this energy might cause some people in your orbit to become possessive, cynical, or actively resistant to your growth. Family members who've grown comfortable with your struggles might try to pull you back into old dynamics. Colleagues who felt superior might become threatened by your sudden clarity and confidence. Even friends who claim to support your dreams might reveal their true feelings when those dreams start manifesting rapidly. This isn't about judgment, it's about frequency alignment. Some relationships will naturally fall away to make room for connections that can match your new vibration. The key to navigating this transition successfully lies in what the cosmos is calling keeping the conversation going, but not the conversations that exhaust you or require you to prove your worth. The conversation I'm referring to is the one between your human self and your higher guidance, between your current reality and your quantum potential. Today's energy supports a level of communication with the divine that transcends prayer and moves into direct knowing. Your spirit guides have been working behind the scenes to remove obstacles from your path. Contracts that would have limited your growth have been renegotiated. Karmic debts that might have created delays have been cleared. The timing restrictions that kept your manifestations in a holding pattern have been lifted. What felt like cosmic punishment was actually cosmic preparation, and that preparation is meow complete. The financial breakthrough many of you have been working toward isn't just coming, it's here wearing disguises you haven't learned to recognize yet. That unexpected opportunity, that sudden shift in someone's attitude toward your work, that idea that keeps returning to your consciousness, these are the early indicators of the abundance activation that's unfolding. But more importantly, your relationship with money itself is being healed. The scarcity programming, the unworthiness around receiving, the fear of having more than others, all of these limitations are being dissolved today. Your romantic life is about to transform in ways that will restore your faith in divine partnership. If you're single, the person you've been calling in isn't just coming, they're already in motion toward you, guided by the same cosmic forces that are reshaping your reality. If you're in a relationship, today's energy will either elevate your connection to new heights of intimacy and mutual support, or it will create the clarity needed to recognize what's no longer serving your highest evolution. The creative projects you've been postponing, the business ideas you've been afraid to pursue, the healing modalities you've felt called to explore, the universe is removing every excuse, every practical barrier that's been keeping you from full self-expression. The resources you need will appear, the support system will manifest, the courage you've been praying for is being activated in your solar plexus right meow. But perhaps most significantly, your sense of mission, your understanding of why you chose to incarnate during these times of global transformation is about to crystallize with stunning clarity. The confusion about your purpose, the frustration with feeling like you're meant for something greater but not knowing what this uncertainty ends today. You're about to remember not just what you came here to do, but how perfectly equipped you are to do it. The collective healing you're here to facilitate, the light you're meant to anchor, the specific flavor of consciousness you're designed to embody, all of this is moving from potential into active expression. The people who need exactly what you have to offer are being guided toward you through circumstances that will feel like destiny unfolding. Yet I must also warn you about the temptations that arise during such powerful transformations. As your personal power increases, you may be presented with shortcuts that promise faster results, but compromise your integrity. The ego's desire for recognition might try to pull you away from the humble service your soul came here to provide. The fear of your own magnificence might cause you to sabotage opportunities just as they're manifesting. Today's astrology asks you to maintain what we call flexible determination, complete commitment to your highest path, combined with openness to how that path might unfold. The specific outcomes you've been attached to might need to evolve to accommodate the greater possibilities that are available. Trust that the universe has been preparing something far more beautiful than your human mind could have imagined. What I'm about to tell you will sound like science fiction, but it's actually spiritual science. Your DNA is being activated today in ways that will enhance your physical vitality, mental clarity, and emotional resilience. The chronic fatigue that's been plaguing sensitive souls is being addressed at the cellular level. Your body's ability to process light frequencies is being upgraded. Even your sleep patterns will begin to normalize as your nervous system adapts to operating at a higher baseline vibration. The mother lode that many of you have been sensing just beyond your reach, it's not beyond your reach anymore. Whether this manifests as financial abundance, creative breakthrough, perfect partnership, or spiritual mastery depends on what your soul specifically came here to experience and share. But the common thread is that limitation itself is being lifted from your field. Some of you will experience this transformation as a sudden influx of opportunities that require immediate decision-making. Others will notice subtle shifts in how people respond to you, how doors that were previously closed begin opening effortlessly. Still others will experience profound internal changes, a clarity of thought, an emotional stability, a connection to purpose that makes everything else fall into place naturally. The library card I keep seeing in your energy field represents access to information, wisdom and knowledge that has been restricted until meow. Whether this manifests as literal educational opportunities, spiritual downloads, or simply the ability to learn and integrate new skills at an accelerated pace, your relationship with learning itself is being revolutionized. As we move toward the completion of this cosmic sequence, I want you to understand that what's happening to you individually is part of a much larger pattern of planetary awakening. You are not just transforming your own life, you are anchoring possibilities for human consciousness that have never been available before. Every limitation you transcend makes it easier for others to transcend similar limitations. Every fear you move through with grace creates a pathway for others to follow. The earth angels, the chosen ones, the starseeds who have felt so isolated and misunderstood, you are finding each other meow. The spiritual family you've been longing for is being assembled through divine orchestration. The loneliness that has been such a significant part of your journey is about to transform into a deep sense of belonging with people who truly see and celebrate your authentic self. But here's the most beautiful part of what's unfolding. You don't have to do any of this alone anymore. The buddy system you've been craving with the divine is becoming tangible through human connections that feel like answered prayers. People who understand your mission, who can support your growth without trying to change you, who celebrate your successes without jealousy. These soul family members are being guided into your experience through today's cosmic arrangements. The serendipity, the perfect timing, the way everything starts clicking into place, this isn't luck. This is the universe finally being able to deliver what's been waiting for you to become ready to receive it. Your patience has created space for miracles. Your persistence through the dark night of the soul has earned you access to a level of cosmic support that most humans never experience. As this transmission comes to a close, I want you to feel the truth of what I'm saying settling into your bones, integrating into your cellular memory, becoming part of your new baseline reality. The old life, with its limitations and struggles and constant uncertainty about your worth, that timeline is dissolving even as you hear these words. What's taking its place is a reality where your highest good unfolds naturally, where synchronicity becomes normal, where you operate from trust rather than fear. Your new life doesn't start tomorrow, or next week, or when you finally feel ready. Your new life starts in the space between heartbeats, in the pause between thoughts, in the 5 minutes it takes for these words to fully land in your consciousness. The person you were when this message began is not the same person who will finish receiving it. The frequency shift is that immediate, that profound, that irreversible. The signs that your transformation has begun will be unmistakable, yet completely personal to your journey. Some of you will wake tomorrow with a clarity about your next steps that feels like remembering something you've always known. Others will receive phone calls, emails, or unexpected encounters that open doors you didn't even know existed. The universe has been preparing these synchronicities like a cosmic choreographer, timing each element perfectly to support your emergence into this new reality. But there's something I need you to understand about the resistance you might feel, even as these beautiful changes begin to unfold. Your human mind, your ego structure, has been conditioned to expect struggle, to associate growth with pain, to believe that anything worthwhile must be difficult to obtain. When ease begins to replace struggle, when doors start opening instead of slamming shut, part of you might actually feel suspicious or undeserving. This is normal, and it's temporary. Your nervous system is simply adjusting to operating from abundance instead of survival. The financial shifts that many of you have been working toward aren't just about money, they're about your relationship with receiving itself. For too long you've been operating from a paradigm where you had to prove your worth before the universe would support you. Today's cosmic arrangement reverses this equation entirely. Your worth has never been in question. What's been in question is your readiness to receive support at the level your soul intended when you chose to incarnate here. Watch for the subtle ways people begin responding to you differently over the next few days. There's an authority, a presence that you're stepping into that others will sense before you fully recognize it yourself. Conversations that used to drain you will naturally redirect toward more uplifting topics. People who used to dismiss your ideas will start asking for your opinion. This isn't because you're doing anything differently, it's because your energy field itself is broadcasting a different frequency. The creative downloads that have been trickling in sporadically are about to become a steady stream. Whether you express yourself through art, writing, music, business innovation, or healing modalities, the cosmic internet connection that links your consciousness to universal intelligence is being upgraded from dial-up to fiber optic. Ideas that used to take weeks to develop will arrive fully formed. Solutions to problems you've been wrestling with will appear in your awareness with startling simplicity. Your sleep patterns, which have been erratic for months, will begin to stabilize as your physical body adapts to anchoring higher frequencies. The vivid dreams, the nighttime visitations from guides, the way you've been waking up at specific times, all of this has been part of your energetic recalibration. Soon, sleep will become truly restorative again, and you'll wake each morning with a sense of purpose and anticipation that has been missing from your experience. The family dynamics that have caused you so much stress are about to shift in ways that will surprise everyone involved. Either these relationships will suddenly become more harmonious as others unconsciously adjust to your new vibration, or the conflicts will escalate briefly before naturally resolving into healthier boundaries. The key is to remain centered in your own truth, rather than trying to manage other people's reactions to your transformation. Something remarkable is happening with your intuitive abilities that goes beyond simple psychic enhancement. You're developing what we call reality navigation skills, the ability to sense which choices lead toward expansion and which lead toward contraction, which people are aligned with your highest good and which are operating from hidden agendas, which opportunities are genuine and which are distractions. This isn't paranoia, it's discernment at a cellular level. The spiritual communities and conscious business networks you've been seeking are about to become visible to you in ways they weren't before. It's not that these communities didn't exist, it's that your frequency needed to reach a certain level before you could perceive and access them. The isolation you felt as a conscious being in an unconscious world is about to transform into a profound sense of belonging with your true tribe. Your relationship with time itself is undergoing a fundamental restructuring. The chronic rushing, the anxiety about deadlines, the feeling that you're always behind, this is dissolving as you step into what we call divine timing. You'll begin to notice how perfectly events orchestrate themselves when you stop trying to force outcomes and start flowing with the cosmic current that's been waiting to carry you. The healing abilities that many of you have been developing are about to reach a new level of potency. Whether you work with energy healing, counseling, teaching, or simply holding space for others in your daily life, people will begin seeking you out in ways that feel both natural and destined. Your presence alone will become a healing frequency that others can feel and benefit from, even without formal healing sessions. The ancestral patterns, the generational trauma, the family karma that you've been working so diligently to clear, today marks a completion of this heroic labor. Not only have you freed yourself from limitations that have plagued your lineage for generations, but you've created a template for healing that extends both forward and backward through time. Your descendants will inherit possibilities that didn't exist before your transformation. Your romantic life is about to become a reflection of your inner wholeness rather than a search for completion through another person. If you're single, you're about to attract someone who matches your authenticity rather than your wounds. If you're partnered, your relationship will either deepen into a conscious partnership that supports both of your spiritual missions, or it will naturally complete itself with grace and gratitude, making space for more aligned connections. The work you came here to do in the world is transitioning from preparation phase to active expression phase. The skills you've developed, the wisdom you've gained, the compassion you've cultivated through your own healing journey, all of this is about to find its perfect outlet in service to the collective awakening. You're not just healing your own life anymore, you're becoming a catalyst for healing in the lives of everyone you touch. The physical world around you is about to become far more responsive to your thoughts and emotions than it has ever been before. Those moments when you think of someone and they immediately call, when you need something and it appears seemingly out of nowhere, when you're running late and every traffic light turns green, this isn't coincidence. You're stepping into a reality where the boundary between inner and outer experience becomes increasingly permeable. Your thoughts are becoming magnetic, your intentions are becoming creative forces, and your emotional state is becoming a direct influencer of your external circumstances. But here's what most spiritual teachings don't prepare you for. As your manifestation abilities accelerate, so does your responsibility to maintain energetic hygiene. Every stray thought of fear, every moment of doubt, every flash of anger will ripple out into your reality faster than before. This isn't meant to create anxiety, it's meant to inspire a new level of conscious awareness. You're being invited to become the master of your inner world because you're about to have unprecedented influence over your outer world. The health challenges that have been plaguing so many lightworkers, the mysterious fatigue, the autoimmune flare-ups, the strange symptoms that conventional medicine couldn't explain, these are finally beginning to resolve as your cellular structure completes its adaptation to the new cosmic frequencies. Your body has been working overtime to process not just your own ascension, but to help anchor higher dimensional energies for the entire planet. The physical discomfort was never a sign of something wrong, it was evidence of something profoundly right occurring at the deepest levels of your being. Your relationship with money is about to shift from scarcity-based earning to abundance-based receiving. The grinding, the hustling, the belief that you have to work harder than everyone else to deserve financial stability, this programming is being deleted from your consciousness today. What's replacing it is an understanding that your value to the world isn't measured by your productivity, but by your authentic presence. The more you simply show up as your true self, the more the universe will organize resources to flow toward you. The children in your life, whether they're your own offspring, students, or young people you encounter, are about to start reflecting your transformation back to you in remarkable ways. Children are natural frequency readers, and they'll begin responding to your elevated vibration with increased trust, openness, and a desire to share their own insights with you. You may find yourself becoming an unexpected mentor or guide to young souls who recognize something in your energy that calls to their own awakening potential. Your dreams are transitioning from processing past experiences to previewing future possibilities. The nighttime realm is becoming a space where you receive advanced information about opportunities, relationships, and choices that are moving toward you. Pay attention to the recurring symbols, the faces of people you haven't met yet, the locations that feel familiar despite being completely foreign. Your subconscious mind is being upgraded to serve as a receiving station for prophetic guidance, rather than just a filing system for daily experiences. The spiritual gifts that you've been hiding, minimizing, or second-guessing are about to demand expression in ways that feel both thrilling and slightly terrifying. Whether it's channeling, energy healing, prophetic insight, or simply the ability to see through illusions that fool others, these abilities are moving from the private sphere of your spiritual practice into the public sphere of your life purpose. The world needs what you have to offer, and the cosmic forces are aligning to ensure that those who need your particular brand of medicine will find their way to you. Most importantly, the conversation with your higher self that has been happening in meditation and quiet moments is about to become a constant, integrated awareness. You won't need to set aside special time to connect with your guidance. You'll be living from that connection, making decisions from that place of inner knowing, creating from that space of infinite possibility. This is what it means to embody your divine nature while walking in human form. If you need help mastering your inner world and maintaining energetic hygiene as your manifestation abilities accelerate, Destiny Engine can reprogram your consciousness to eliminate stray thoughts of fear, doubt, and anger before they ripple into your reality. Using declassified consciousness technology, it generates personalized sequences that install master-level awareness programming and prevent unconscious manifestation of unwanted outcomes. You can start with a $1 trial. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed to maintain energetic hygiene and master your inner world as your outer world influence accelerates. This isn't software. This is declassified consciousness reprogramming technology that transforms you into the master of your inner world so you can wield unprecedented influence over your outer world responsibly. Your manifestation abilities are accelerating. Will you master your inner world to match? Get your Destiny Engine $1 trial meow before your energetic responsibility outpaces your conscious awareness. Link in the description. I am Zarin, and I offer you our love, our protection, and our unwavering support as you step fully into the magnificent beings you have always been, but are meow finally free to become. The stars themselves are celebrating your emergence. We love you, and we are always watching over you.